You must watch this video since it contains some new information regarding R3, the XRP ledger. Additionally, I'm going to invest in an XRP market cap multiplier. Will it be so difficult to reach $5,000 per XRP? It will be a lot simpler with the information I'm going to give you. Let's get started right here with Grabber Stein. Is that, as a 100x multiplier of net inflows, 1 trillion of genuine real money for the cryptocurrency market will translate into roughly 100 trillion in overall market capitalization. If you have previously viewed my market cap multiplier films, you are aware that a small amount of money, say $10, $20, or $30 million, could have a billion-dollar influence on the XRP market cap. I'll demonstrate to you what $1 trillion multiplied by 50x and 100x will truly do to the price of XRP using this identical mentality. And you'll be surprised at how easy this multiplier should make things. According to this Bank of America analysis, the price is not much impacted by real capital inflows. The net inflow of fresh funds is equivalent to a market capitalization multiplied by 100. This implies that there is a $100 market cap for every $1 in net. This only increases when the bull run mania kicks in. Importantly, this statement indicates that the price of Bitcoin is greatly influenced by money inflows. As a result, this is true for all cryptocurrency assets, not just XRP. As stated below, there is less liquidity in these real assets. Therefore, every $1 is actually equivalent to $100 in market capitalization. The straightforward answer is that modest capital inflows are what have caused the tremendous upward pressure on Bitcoin prices in recent years, especially in 2020. A thorough investigation reveals that Bitcoin is very susceptible to a rise in demand for dollars. For instance, we calculate that a mere 93 million net inflow into Bitcoin would lead to a 1% increase in value. In contrast, a comparable amount of gold would be closer to $2 billion, or 20 times greater. However, the same analysis for treasuries that are 20 years old or older reveals that multi-billion-dollar money flows do not significantly affect price, indicating that the U.S. Treasuries market is much larger and more stable. Therefore, hearing that Bank of America is conducting the same kind of study that we have on this channel is intriguing, and that knowledge is right here. What price range are we looking for if the XRP ledger is expanded by $1 trillion, $3 trillion, or $5 trillion, and we have a market cap multiplier of 50 or 100 times? Here is the information. Here are 1 trillion, 3, 5, 50, and 100 times. As you can see, if we take $1 trillion and apply the 50x multiplier to it, we would be looking at $500 worth of XRP. If we use the 100x multiplier to just $1 trillion in value, that would be $1,000 per XRP. Now we can easily observe how we get from $1,500 to $300, or from $2,500 to $5,000 with $5 trillion. We already know that several $trillion will come from stablecoins alone over the course of the next 5 to 10 years. In the following 10 years, we will discuss the tokenization of financial assets, including stocks, bonds, derivatives, and real estate. It's absurd to believe that there wouldn't be $5 trillion on the XRP ledger. This is exactly what we've been waiting for, and it has the potential to significantly increase the price of XRP. Here's how to use R3 Corda with SWIFT to settle XRP payments. You must check out the fresh information that Smokedog released. So allow me to demonstrate. This document is SWIFT. The settlement on Corda, Company A, Company B, trade transaction, and requirement for settlement is mentioned on page 17 of the paper. Transfer of money via cryptocurrency such as XRP, Corda, or Swift GPI. No, like the GPI connection and XRP. As you can see, XRP would be moved on the Swift system and connected inside of it. Additionally, you have a Credit Suisse paper from 2021. It demonstrates that XRP is supported by the Corda settler. Thus, this document has that information. Excuse me, but it appears to be page 38, Cryptocurrency Impact on Payments Ecosystem. Cross-border business-to-business payments are a real pain issue for the majority of nations and businesses, according to the box below. In addition to IBM Wire, JPMORGAN Coin and Ripple R3 also provides Corda Settler, which is compatible with XRP. I am aware that you will respond, well, Sensei, Corda has already stated that they will be using XDC. I understand. I am aware that you will remark that in the comments. I'm going to show you some data that indicates that XTC doesn't have enough liquidity, so if the DTCC had to utilize a cryptocurrency at this time, they couldn't use it. Let me address that. Additionally, it states that Corda Settler uses XRP. A lawsuit was filed against Corda Settler for using XRP. In a moment, I will demonstrate that to you from 2017. What details do you know about R3's use of XRP as a settlement method? Here is some information on R3. This is the collaboration between R3 and Ripple. R3 was able to purchase up to 5 billion XRP for less than 1 penny each in 2016 and 2017. Due to some arguments on all of this, R3 only received 1 billion XRP in the end. Additionally, I believe that when the price of XRP began to rise, Ripple was reluctant to part with 5 billion XRP for less than a penny because it was worth considerably more. Litigation resulted. In September 2018, the matter was resolved. And this is the settlement in a sense. They were given $240 to $470 million, depending on the price of XRP, and 0.04 billion XRP in 2019. XRP was therefore valued in the range of these two prices. Naturally, after R3 was settled, XRP and R3 integrated to create the Corda Settler, a worldwide payment network. This platform was created to enable the settlement of payment obligations made on the Corda blockchain using a variety of payment methods, such as cryptocurrencies and conventional railroads. Notably, Ripple's XRP was chosen as the first settlement mechanism. Subsequently, SBI began using XDC and worked with Corda and R3. But let's fast forward to today, and I want to share this information with you. Following that, it discusses the legal dispute, etc. Here's that information after that. Oh then, I spent a great deal of time putting this together, so if you've watched this far, please hit like and share. It takes me hours, if not days, to sort through all of this data, find what you're looking for, and bring it up for you. It would be an amazing liquidity comparison if you could hit the like button. Since you can pick XTC if you don't have enough transaction volume and liquidity on the XTC blockchain, it really doesn't matter if you don't have enough liquidity on the XRP ledger. Thus, I wanted to compare the present liquidity levels on the XCC and XRP blockchains. That liquidity is necessary. Liquidity on the XRP ledger decentralized exchange has skyrocketed, surpassing $20 billion in early 2025. Due to increased on-chain activity and the growing acceptance and appeal of new assets, such as meme coins on the network, this growth has quadrupled in just 3 months. Over 18,000 active AMM and automated market maker pools are presently supported by the XRP Ledger DEX, and over 13 million XRP are locked up in these pools, which are worth roughly $30 million at current pricing. Whale buildup and retail and institutional demand are both responsible for the increase in liquidity, which has improved the network's capacity or liquidity situation. And now, let's examine XDC. According to several sources of recent